In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to color your self-portrait using oil pastels in the Drawing Center. Now, there's a couple of rules that are really important with oil pastels. First of all, they are not crayons. Even though you color with them like crayons, there's other things that you have to do as an artist to make them look good, like blending them and things like that, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Also, the number one rule of oil pastels is never use black first. Always use black last if you need to, because it smudges all over the place. You always want to start with your lightest colors first, like yellows and peaches and whites, and then gradually move into darker colors like the violet and blue, and then the absolute and brown. And the absolute last thing that you would do if you needed black would be to use black, but you never want to use black first. So we're going to start out with our portraits by coloring in our skin, okay? Now, some students might find that in this box, there's kind of a peachy color that might work well. There's also a brown color that could work well as well, depending on what your skin tone is. If you are using the brown color, you can certainly color this first, even though it's kind of on the medium darkness. Just make sure that if you have black hair or something, that you use the black last. So now if there's a color in between the peach and the brown that you need for your skin, I also have these oil pastels, which have a lot of different shades of skin tones in here. So if you need a different one, just take a look in there and see if you can use that. So I'm going to use this kind of peachy color for my skin. So the first thing you want to do is color your face kind of medium, with medium pressure. Okay, so you don't want to press too hard with the oil pastels. Now you'll notice when I'm doing this, I'm going around my eyebrows and I'm going around my eyes. I'm not coloring over my eyes because I want to keep the whites of my eyes white, and I want to be able to color the colored part of my eyes in blue. I'm also going to go across here. Now I am going to go over my lips. And the reason why I'm going to go over my lips is I'm going to show you later how to mix your skin tone and a pink to make a nice lip color. Okay, now I'm going to color my neck. Now you'll probably notice from looking at this that right now my craftsmanship doesn't look very good, right? It looks very sloppy. There's lots of white spaces. I'm going to show you how we can blend this. So what you do is you take your finger and you rub. And when you go around areas like your eyes, just be careful that you don't smudge it in your eye. Now sometimes you'll get a little bit of gray smudge from your pencil when you blend. That's okay. So I'm blending like this. And I basically, what I'm doing now is when I do that, it makes the oil pastel look very soft. And then it also really, really helps to fill in those white spaces. So you can see now I have my skin all blended in. Now I'm going to do my lips. So I'm going to get a pink. And I'm going to very, very lightly color just my lips pink. And I'm going to use my pinky to blend this area because my lips are not too thick. So do you see now it's kind of an in-between the peach and the pink as they're blended together. Now I'm going to do my hair. So I'm going to use yellow and brown because my hair is kind of blonde. So I'm going to draw some lines. Now you'll notice when I'm doing this, I'm not coloring regular. I'm actually using lines to make this. That's going to help to show the texture of my hair. And so if you have curly hair, you can make kind of like wavy lines, and that will add to the texture of your hair too. Now I'm going to put a little bit of brown in there. Now your eyebrows and your hair are usually the same color. Sometimes your eyebrows can be a little bit darker or a little bit lighter. Now from here, I'm going to blend together in the direction that I drew my lines. Don't be afraid to rub hard, especially in large areas too. So now I have my kind of blonde color. I'm going to do my eyebrows brown. Do that really light. And then I'm going to use my pinky to blend. Now I'm going to do my eyes. Now boys and girls, whenever you're using oil pastels, if while you're doing this your hands start to get dirty, like you'll notice I'm getting a little bit of orange and yellow on my finger, and I don't want to blend that into my blue. So use another finger, and if your hands all get really dirty, you can go over to the sink and wash your hands. So I'm going to blend my blue a little bit with my finger. Okay, now I can color my shirt any color that I want and make sure that you blend it. And I can color my background any color that I want and make sure that I blend it. So let's pretend that I did my whole background and blended it. So let's say I did my background purple. Now I'm going to rush through this really quick and I'm not going to blend. I'm also coloring really sloppy, but I just don't want you to have to watch a super long video. And maybe my shirt I'll make light green. And maybe I would make the details on my collar dark green. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take my black and I want to do a little dot in the middle of my eye. And I'm also going to give myself a little bit of eyelashes. Like that. So remember, I'm using my black last. So here is my sort of complete self-portrait. Just keep in mind that in the back, I would want to color that with the same quality and craftsmanship as I colored my skin and my hair, where I filled in the space and blended it. Best of luck!